Facebook and YouTube thing.
Every time I
You're a
look
liar.
at him, I'm like, wow, he looks clean.
You are a
cut.
liar. Every time you look at me, you think, wow, he's clean
I'm like,
cut.
wow, he doesn't
Liar.
need a haircut. He looks so.
I hope you like it hot because you're gonna have your part in the lake
Grace,
of fire.
The gospel, amen.
Lake
wow.
of fire.
Yeah.
Get behind me, Satan.
What's
Get behind me.
What's up, Kelly? Mike is here. Woo! He's cheering that you're back. Callie, looking good, my friend. She's talking to you. Say, acknowledge Callie. Wow.
Oh.
Why are you bossing me around? I'm not one of your kids.
Man.
So what's your problem today?
How was your break? Let's talk a little. Let's kind of like, how was your Thanksgiving? We should stick to the topic, but you know.
We're getting warmed up. All people
Let's
show.
not act like you didn't have the whole week off. My ear hurts.
Should we talk about that?
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the flat iron. Had to do
Did
my
you burn
hair.
yourself again?
No, I didn't burn myself. But go ahead.
Then how would you
was
be
it?
hurt by a flat iron?
No, I don't think it was. I thought it would be. What's up, YouTube? I see you.
Why don't you get up real close with your ear? People can look at it, see what's wrong with it.
No, it's okay. You actually looked really good when you walked up there. You should do that again.
No, you should do it.
The lighting is really good. Callie says, I noticed something else new about Brian. Melody says, Brian's back. Yay! Cheering for Brian. Angie says, it's good to see you.
Hello. It's good to be back. It is good to be seen.
Alrighty.
What? We gotta put this up here. It's been a while. So, Kelly noticed something else new. I don't know
So
what
what
she's
else is
talking
new?
about.
Your glasses? Your beard. You cut your beard. Good job.
Yeah, I did get a beard trim.
Melody says, well, I was cheering until Brian tried to put Jannelle in hell. He's back, folks. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Melody, do you enjoy lying? Is that what you like? You like people who are liars?
Once saved, always saved. I read my
Wow, grace abuse.
What? Wow, you're going to get in trouble.
Well, you're lying over there. I'm over here advocating for truth,
Wow.
justice, the American way, Jesus, the whole deal.
What
Come
else
on.
is new about you?
I don't know.
Your shirt. The shirt looks nice and bright. You usually
It's
wear
not a
dark
new shirt. It's,
colors. I know, I've seen that shirt.
I got one shirt like that. I actually decided over break that I picked out like 5 shirts. I'm like, I'm just down to these 5.
Oh, that's a good thing, though.
I'm sick of it.
Big time people do that.
I
Steve
tried to do the
Jobs
uniform
and-
once.
Yeah, that's the way
But
to
the
go.
problem was I only had one shirt. I just kept wearing the same shirt. Where like, what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg has
Yeah.
like, he wears like what, like a black T-shirt or something,
Yeah.
gray T-shirt.
Yeah.
He's got like 8 of
That's
the same
not hard
shirt.
to do, though. Go to Walmart.
No, I know. I know I need to do that. I just haven't done it yet.
Oh,
I'm just,
yeah,
I
I
just don't
want to
care
do that. I
anymore.
think that's tight.
Well, now that I'm in my very early 40s, long time till I catch up to you.
Almost 42.
I don't care anymore. Like I just don't care. You see me wear this shirt before? I don't care.
Oh, wow. Why are you talking to them like that?
At least I'm wearing a shirt.
You lucky I'm wearing shirt. Callie says, yes, it's his facial hair. No acknowledgement from my friend.
Yeah, it's trimmed. Professionally.
Great job. I don't think Len goes to work and like fades his hair and does everything, goes to work, and his people say, oh, nice haircut. That's so weird that you have that need.
Number one, Len doesn't have hair.
He does have to cut
so-
his hair. He has hair right here.
He's got a little bit of hair back
He
here.
told the girls yesterday, because the girls, Raina in particular, she cracks on people. And so she's very much a daddy's girl, and she'll be like, oh, you don't have hair, because they were talking about her hair. And Len says, I have more hair on my side, on my face, in my nose, and in my ears than you do. I was like, whoa. Wow. It was a lot. In my ears and in my nose.
He's getting old. That's what happens. You
Steve.
gotta trim the ears.
So you say he doesn't get a haircut? He does get a haircut.
It's
He doesn't have this
common
need.
courtesy to notice
No.
when someone does something
Not
like that.
guys.
Right.
Kelly agrees.
No, that's so weird. Can you picture Len at Ford? Ooh, nice haircut.
No, because he
He'd be
doesn't
like,
have hair.
"Dude,
Why would you
I'm
say
here."
that to a bald guy?
Yeah.
I
He
say to Ron.
He has a beard.
I say to Ron. Hey, Ron,
Okay,
nice
whatever.
haircut.
All right, let's start
Just
talking.
because you're not observant and kind doesn't mean that everybody else should be
Okay.
that same
It
way.
makes your day feel better.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great.
It's how to encourage people. Don't you like
That's
encouraging?
awesome. No, I don't.
You like encouraging? Wow, Melody, how do you respond to that? She's a liar and
Okay.
she's a discourager. Where you put her? Huh? Where are you
All
going
right.
to put her, Melody?
We're definitely back. Let's get to talking.
Well, you don't want to confront the truth.
Yo,
what are you
it
doing?
is Cyber Monday. I'm trying to get a deal.
Stop
Go
shopping.
ahead. Go
Get to
ahead.
work.
It is Cyber Monday. I want more Apple. Go ahead.
Would you get back to the thing so we can
Oh,
see people
seriously?
talking? Stop shopping.
Callie says, hey, no, she didn't. Look, hey, Mike, our Thanksgiving
Callie,
was pretty good.
what's that
How
about?
about yours? What's up, Angie? Tiffany says, good morning. Tiffany Burns, what's up? Tiffany, let me go visit you. Angie says, Brian's on a roll.
That's true.
Oh, Mike was by himself for Thanksgiving. I know a lot
Speaking
of people.
of-
Remember Tiffany? You don't remember Tiffany. What? Go.
She was on that canoe trip with us.
Good job.
Nice try. Speaking of being on a roll on Thanksgiving, I have this theory, and my wife finally adopted my theory. It's that the one food you don't take at Thanksgiving is the roll. Why?
Because you don't want to be on a roll. I don't know. I don't know where this is going.
No. Why do you want to use up valuable
Oh,
stomach
yes.
space?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
With a piece of bread you can have every
We
day of the year.
missed the roll this year. We didn't have rolls, so actually
You don't need a roll. In fact, if you have rolls, skip it. In fact, kids fight over the rolls. I go,
He said
who
it,
wants my
so-
roll? You can have it. And Sarah said, why
Yeah.
would I take up valuable space in my stomach?
I know.
And so she didn't have one either.
Yeah, that's good.
People eating the rolls at Thanksgiving, you don't know what you're doing. People around you should question whether
Or
you
like
should
a
ever be in
salad.
charge of anything.
When we make green salad, it's like, why did
Yeah.
y'all make
What are you
this?
doing at the salad? You're trying to make us think you care about your health? Stop it. People doing
Thank
having
you.
salad and rolls at Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
should not be in charge of anything. Let's put it that way.
Dude, you got like a little attitude.
A little?
Yeah.
Little?
All right, go ahead.
Are you shopping again?
We're gonna
What are
get in
people saying?
trouble. Talk. Diola's here. Woo! Melody says, I agree with Brian. We don't continue in sin that grace may abound. You're right.
That's
No,
right, Melody.
I'm not going to hell. That's all I know. Thank you. Mary says, good and grateful morning. Hello, Mary. Woo! Amora's here. Team Jannelle showing up.
I was hoping for more of that. More. Hey, Jannelle didn't even get it.
I didn't get it. Aikisha, Lakeisha, good morning. I probably mispronounced.
Probably, yeah.
Aikisha.
My favorite mispronunciation you did was during share, and Tanisha gave a gift. You go, Tanisha, with the gift to share.
I thought you were going to say Pamela.
Oh, Pamela, no, that's my favorite. Pamela and Tanisha.
All right, go,
Okay,
Brian.
so-
Goodness.
Are people with children happier than couples that remain childless? Sarah and I were debating this the other day, not debating it. We were driving somewhere in peace and quiet, just the two of us. Kids are at home, probably breaking something or fighting. And I was like, do you realize how much more money we'd have without these kids? Because we had to stop and buy a bunch of stuff for
Yeah,
these
dude.
kids who are using too much toilet paper, they're using too much of my coffee creamer. I buy nice coffee creamer and they're in there pouring it like it's
Yeah, oh,
like
yeah.
it's water.
Yeah.
And so we were wondering about that. So it made me wonder, maybe it'd be happy. Not that I don't want my kid, I love my kids. But
No, I get you.
you know what
Nice.
I'm talking about. So
Yes.
scientists, according to a new study published in the Journal of Population Economics, analyzed survey data from more than 1 million people collected over 11 years, so longitudinal and huge, a huge sample group, to identify factors that influence how the presence of children affects the well-being of parents. And the overall analysis, taking no additional factors into account, reveal a surprising finding based on societal norms. On average, having children was associated with lower well-being of the parents
That's
than not having children,
Stop.
based on the data. And this was statistically significant data, not just for men, but also for women.
We should sit our kids down. Look at what you're doing to me.
You're
Look.
making me unhappy. And then there's other fascinating things too tied to this that we can discuss as family here, but researchers started to add different factors to see how they influence things in this data set. So one of them was, what about the age of the children? Another interesting finding was observed when you account for the age of children. While having younger children was related to higher well-being parents, the relationship was much less strong for parents with teenagers. As in, your well-being decreases as your kids get older.
That's crazy.
Which we both have teens in our house right now, and
Yeah.
little ones.
Yeah.
And all I gotta say is, amen. Right?
Yeah.
No, you don't agree with that data set.
No,
You're happier with
I
the
have to
teenagers.
because I live with someone that doesn't deal with teenagers very well, and he says it. He enjoys the younger ones. I love the teenagers. I
Hey,
think
Pamela's
it's
here.
super fun. Pamela, hola! Woo! Callie says you were stuck at home for 2 weeks, so you didn't have anyone to vent to for 2 weeks. He vents to Sarah, his wife, but when it's like letting all the junk out, he vents to me. No, because you tell her about your problems and stuff, I'm sure.
I complained to her about Jannelle for like an hour until she's like, enough. I know she's crazy.
Eva says, yes and no. Children definitely bring joy, but there are certain phases in their lives that I should have loved to skip. Yeah, I like the teens.
So you like teens, and
teens
you did
fun.
not like the babies.
I liked the babies. But when they were like 10 and under, I was exhausted. It was exhausting. Pamela says, no kids. I have no happiness problems. Wow, she is chilling.
You're probably going on vacation all the time, buying whatever you want, eating out.
Yeah.
I think somebody texted us to say that they thought that little kids are more physically exhausting and teenagers are more emotionally exhausting.
Yeah.
I'd rather be physically tired than emotionally tired.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
When were you just a big baby? You need to have your rest?
First of all, this is coming from a man. I nursed 6 kids.
Why do we got to talk about that?
For a year each while homeschooling the rest at the same time.
And you fully admitted that you would regularly use it as an excuse to do nothing. Oh, I got to nurse the baby. And you go sit down and do nothing.
Okay. You're talking to a woman that has a husband that works 10, 12 hours. So I did that at night when he was home, you best believe. I spent the entire day with all the kids.
Sounds like you have this lying pattern continuing.
Lying? I mean, whatever. Have you ever stayed home with kids and homeschooled? Thank you. And been a mom?
Wow.
Melody says, and I was good as a kid, but I had a mouth. Oh, yeah. Kelly says, but then they become adults and it's all good. Ooh, that's good news. See, Brian? Sheila says, welcome back. Callie says, I'm anxious about my kiddo's years old and he's pretty emotional as it is. I would say love the babies the best.
Yeah, teenagers are a lot.
I like them.
I taught high school, so I thought it'd be my favorite phase. I have days where I love them. I think the ups and downs are a lot more.
Yeah.
Like with babies and toddlers, I feel like it's pretty consistent of what you can expect day in and day out.
Yeah.
And you can expect to not get much sleep.
Yeah.
But there's like big highs and big lows with teens. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Because you got a bunch of boys.
That's probably what it is. The teens in my house right now are boys, and they're so funny. I enjoy their humor. They got me. Like we watch movies together or meeting their friends. One of them has to do with Len is kind of like you. He's like, I thought you did well with teenagers. You were saying Sarah's
the emotional thing is complicated.
So Amora says there's definitely a phase for everything. Although I had a 7-year-old son when my husband and I got married, we did not have our 3 kids until we were married for 14 years. So we had years without kids and then started over. I think they brought us the most joy.
Yeah, I wonder about that. Do you think that makes a difference? How long a couple was together before having kids?
It did for us. We were together 4 years after we were married with no kids.
Not us.
And we got all our stuff out of our system. 2 years? Was she pregnant the last year?
Yeah, I think so. But we weren't planning on that. But what happened was our young adult group at church, these couple friends that we got really close with, all of them started having kids.
Oh.
And we were like, first of all, why are we waiting?
Mm-hmm.
And if all of our friends are having kids, why would we wait? I know it sounds like a groupthink kind of thing, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, yeah, it does affect you. Because one thing that affected me was being in college while I was married. So I get it. Your environment affects you. I do think the fact that I have the boys first, maybe. Angie says, yes, I have 4 boys, and I think it would be different if I had girls. I loved having boys. Yeah, boys are awesome. Charles says, how Brian and Jannelle had an awesome Thanksgiving with the family. What's up, Charles? Jordan, what's up, Jordan? Says, my teachers literally found it hard to teach me because I was made fun of because I have autism. It got worse in high school. Aww.
And I bet that made it harder on your family as you got older.
Yeah. Lori says, it was expected years ago that when you got married, you had children. I never wanted children and got a lot of criticism for that. My husband, Dan, has 2 sons by a previous marriage and wanted to have a girl. I told him if he wants any kids to go and find someone else. He never asked again. We have a dog child. We never regret having kids. We were together 5 years before we got married. I like children though. Charles, you got 4 boys, 2 girls. That is awesome. Melody says, I had a single mom. As a teen, my mom used to say my mouth was going to get me hurt. She didn't play. She would say she missed when I was a toddler age, but said she enjoyed all the stages.
Moms always say that. Moms are always like, I like it all. It's all great.
Angie says, our Thanksgiving was over Zoom. It was loud because everyone thought they had to talk loud to be heard. Oh, that's funny.
Probably all people Jannelle's age yelling, thinking it helps with technology.
So what is it about the emotional thing you said it's the ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's much more, like I said on the air, of a challenge intellectually and emotionally, just personally, to deal with. It's easier to deal with a skinned knee tears versus I'm picked on at school tears. I can fix the skinned knee. I cannot fix the I'm picked on.
Yeah.
The Jimmy took my toy versus I don't like myself.
Yeah.
They're harder to fix.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm right on this. I think that your perspective is totally legitimate. It's all at how you view it, and perhaps how much struggle you're dealing with in your own life too, because there's super big highs. Like my wife and I sat with one of our older kids. We all snuggled up on the bed and watched TV together, and it was great. It was beautiful. We had a lot of fun. And fun in a way you can't have with a little kid, because they're going to mess with your stuff. They're going to jump. They're going to hit. They're going to bite. Do all that stuff. That's not fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Partly too, I think like you said, it depends the family, where your kids are at, what stage they're at. And I have all boys now, the teenagers. But I also, I don't know how you are with this. I like that part of parenting where you can talk things through and kind of walk with them through. Like, that's my thing. Len isn't about that. So I think if you don't enjoy that part, not that I enjoy if they're being picked on, but you're dealing kind of like with a young adult. And so we can kind of work, like, that's my thing. I like that. The whole, yeah. So it's
there's no right answer.
They're both, what I want to
preference.
say is it's not that I'm celebrating the challenge. I'm just saying it's both challenging. And if I'm good at and enjoy the whole, well, let's talk about it. And let me walk with you through this, whatever. Like, I could do that versus having kids pulling on me and, and
do you think your perspective will change if one of your, let's say, younger 4, as they enter like solid teenage years, start to have trouble?
I had one that, yeah. I mean, it was bad to the point where, and I'm not naming who it is, I have 6 kids, but for weeks and months, I would wake up and his brother would wake up at 2 a.m. and he was sobbing. And no matter what I told him, So there's challenges, but like I look at that and I'm like, okay, then there were other years when they were younger. I think there's challenges throughout parenting. Yeah. If I had to pick a season, I would say, given all the challenges, I really enjoy this one. Angie says, Jannelle likes problem solving. That's a good thing. And it helps. Jordan says, my mom said when I was little, every time I cussed, she had to put soap in my mouth and it tasted so bad. Somebody almost got soap in their mouth in my house last week. Melody says, have you ever done that? Soap in the mouth?
No. We don't do that one. Not that there's anything wrong with it. We just don't do it.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. I didn't do that growing up. Sarah says, every stage has its beauties and difficulties. Yes, Sarah. Letting oldest be mostly on his own is the absolute hardest. Oh, yeah. But I feel like it's turning out to be the most rewarding. It is so great to see our work and tired nights and emotional struggles, etc., coming into fruition. I like to hear that because I'm almost at that stage and I know that's going to be hard. Melody says, I know it's not the same as a parent, but I used to teach K through 8. I love the littles. They were so cute. But those middle schoolers were hilarious because they were so hormonal and finding themselves.
Yeah. It creates a lot more like genuine laughs for me.
Yeah.
You better believe it with the older ones. What?
Charles says, I'm looking forward to the next season. My kids are almost grown. We only have 2 high schoolers left, senior and junior.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Only a dad
end.
would say, I'm looking forward to that. Would be lit. I can't wait. They're about to leave.
Why wouldn't a mom say that?
I don't know.
You don't like your husband?
I've heard a lot.
Go ahead. You don't want to be with your
I
husband?
do. It's just hard. Like,
Wow.
letting go. Sarah said
You're not looking forward to being with just your husband.
It's going to be hard.
Wow.
Yvonne!
No wonder men struggle. It's hard being a man.
And Tina on YouTube. What's up? Yvonne says, good morning. It's so good to have you guys back. Last week was not the same. I love your haircut, Brian. Glad you're doing good. Jannelle, you too. And you both look well and rested. Lakeisha, says, my kids are a hot mess, but I don't know what I would do without them. They're my everything.
Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well, right?
Yeah. Tina's happy you're back. I totally agree. Those issues are more difficult to fix, and I'm learning how to deal with more complex issues as I go. You know what talk about? Like, I'm walking through issues with my kids. We've had issues, and they're all awesome. My teenagers are amazing. But I told my sister, Giselle, yo, if we think this is hard, can you imagine when in-laws start coming in? And all of their issues, like, forget whether they like me or not. Let's say they do like me. They got their issues, and then they're going to come to you for some of them. Then they got her family and his family's issue. Like, have you thought that far?
Of course I have. I'm the one who's been telling you it can be complicated, and you're always like, it's going to be a storybook.
Because you always say about liking, not liking. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying dynamics. Like, even the whole thing of, like, will she like the other 5? And will somebody be offended? Oh, my gosh, it's a whole... And then it's people you didn't raise. So you'll be like, I don't know what's, like, how to deal with you.
Charles is not going to let you get past this whole, like, that's a man that says that. Say that, Brian. He said, you know why he said that?
Why?
Because in theory, if a woman puts her husband first, she should be looking forward to when they'll be together.
Yeah, in theory. But in reality, we're human beings. And so you do struggle with, like, your emotions. So, for example, when I got married to Len, I was excited to cut the umbilical cord, be with him, etc. It was still hard to be like, wow, I miss my mom. I mean, hello, I'm a human being. Thank you. Deborah
nice try.
says...
Charles, she made a good effort. Still did not resolve the issue.
Lori says, from what Dan said, he and his first wife, Cindy, had a good time raising their boys. I met them when they were 18 and 21. They're great people. Jordan, my cousin is like my kid. She blows up my phone at work and makes me irritated. She drives me crazy. Mike Carswell's here. What I have enjoyed is
Mike, good to see you, brother.
What's up? Is my kids working together and loving and supporting each other as adults. My youngest is 22 and my eldest is 35, and they're so close. I love them growing up, and it's so great to see them as adults. I also love my time with my bride, so he's agreeing with you. Brittany, I'm a mama looking forward to being empty nester. Hope is here. What's up, Hope? My children are the best thing I have done in my life besides accepting salvation. And disclaimer, God is still working on them. I'm going to say...
but you're being honest, and you really are not looking forward to hanging out with just Len.
No, I mean, it's going to be, because it's a change in season, so that's always kind of tough. But I love my kids, and I would do this all over again, and I homeschool them because I want a whole lot of them, all of that. But when I saw that article, I was like, oh my goodness, kids are exhausting. Like, before I was a mom, I was like, oh, I want kids. They're so cool. It's so fun. Like, kind of Mary Poppins. Kids are so awesome. I didn't know all of this and how, like, exhausting and annoying they are. I'm sorry if that doesn't sound, like, perfect, but, like, one of my friends, we were talking about this, and she was like, if I knew how hard, like, having the burden of somebody else's life is, you know, like, you underestimate that. So, I would have all 6 again, and I stay home and all that, but I'm just saying... Dude, like, nobody was telling me all that. And as far as I thought was like, oh, the baby and the nursing. You don't think about all of that other stuff. The burden of making decisions for their life and how you'll feel about it. And yeah, but being a parent is no joke. So when I saw that and I thought, man, no kids. All you worry about is what decisions have I made? Am I underestimating the challenge of having no kids? You're mad quiet. Wow, you're
I'm just
here
listening
working.
to you say crazy stuff.
Oh, for real? You didn't agree with nothing?
Some of it. Some of it.
Theola,
Not.
I want to get Theola's. Brian is winning this morning. Jannelle.
That's right.
You need to, he's going to correct me. You need to step it up. Me and Brian are clicking this morning.
That's right, Charles. It's my man right there.
Charles is laughing at my Mary Poppins.
Because you had the worst response to the whole, like, if your husband was first, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But whatever. She let that.
God bless us with 4 daughters. Now I have 4 wonderful son-in-laws. All those grands and greats. Now I'm old and I'm so blessed. No regrets on having a family. That is so awesome. All right, guys.
Oh, did you see what Mike Carswell said?
Your man needs to be in the lead. He is in the lead. Who says he's not? So
She does that. Thank you.
Cyber Monday, y'all. So, yes, do what Mike says. Go Christmas shopping.
All right, we got to get out of here. You ready for that?
Beverly, wait, hold on. I want to close with what she says. Very wise. Cherish them because they grow up so fast. I miss my baby, especially the memories at the holidays. Very true. Appreciate your kids, Brian.